It's a church. Yeah. Well, you've never been in a church before? Oh. Okay. Who the hell is that? Okay, well, it's no one I think I recognize. Oh. It is? What? Doesn't look like random to me. Ah. So maybe he didn't die back there then, huh? Okay. Probably like random's daddy. Man, that music kind of drills into my head when it gets on a high note. Yep. Well, I continue so I can stop this music. Ouch, it hurts. Modnar. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, well. Yeah. It's not... The Snatchers don't have the advantage of having soft butts, so when they sit down, they make a mess. Scratchy mess. Oh, cool. Well, let's check that out. I would save, but it seems to automatically save before a fight, so lucky me. No, it's a hallway. Huh? Oh, I see. On the walls. I wasn't even noticing that. I was just kind of looking down the hallway, and I assumed that the walls were just walls. But yeah, Snatchers. Gotcha. I say we shoot them while they're still just sitting around there. Okay, maybe that's not so practical. Just in storage. Well, it's not like they aren't activated until they need victims, because we saw 4 of them behind that one Chinese guy, and they didn't have skin either. Seems more like they just have... I don't know. We don't know if the Snatchers really have their individual personalities. They kind of seem to, sort of, maybe a little bit. They seem to have personalities, or they try to automatically take on the personality of the person they're taking over, maybe. I don't know. Hard to say. But this makes it seem like they don't really have anything special about them, and they're just a dime a dozen. Oh? What kind of containers? Yes? What? Okay. Oh, alright. I'm just kind of going with the flow now, because I don't exactly know what they're talking about. Let's check them out. Ah, okay. So that's what they're missing. Gotcha. What are other energy packs made out of, I wonder? So it seems. Yep, makes sense. Well, let's keep going then. Ominous. Culturing. Okay, so What is this then? Are these Snatchers with skins, or are these Snatchers as skins? I thought they stole the skins from people. So what is it exactly? Oh, okay. So these are full Snatchers. Gotcha. The snatch process.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Well, it colored me impressed that the developers put this much thought into it. You know, I really didn't expect them to have this thorough of an explanation, but hey, you know, I'm impressed. Pretty nicely done. Well, let's check out the area. Clean room. Alright, let's check out that door. If we can. Oh, it's supposed to be bubbling of liquid? I guess it's not that... Sounds like a synthesizer. But what's the buzzing sound? Is that just supposed to be the machines running? Okay, I guess so. Ceiling. Oh, okay. So this must be their method of dealing with, yeah, this must be their way to do the new skin. They slowly, shine ultraviolet rays on them so it gets, like, used to it or something. Yeah. Well, let's check out the door at the end. Awesome. Can we do so then? I'd like to open it. It's a small door with a doorknob. Oh, well, how about that? Are we on the inside or the outside, though? I thought we were on the outside, thus able to open it. I'm not sure. Yes, very sophisticated. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, I suppose. And just looking at these things over and over again. Okay. Look at the area now. Ah, you think I can use Metal Gear 4? Why do I even have a video phone option? We already know that it won't work because of the snow. Oh, terminal. Can we investigate that terminal? We can. Here's progress. Oh.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of Snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal!
Yes, sir. Don't forget, 30 minutes!
Crap, that means I have no way to save, doesn't it? Uh-oh.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Run! Run, man! Run! Oh, well, what the hell? Okay. Suddenly shooting. Whoa. Okay. This isn't as bad as that last sequence, so far anyway. This is tough as hell with the thumbstick. But I still think it wouldn't be much easier with the D-pad. Frick. Damn it. Oh my god.
Whew. I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. Alright, let's open the next door.
That was terrible. God damn it. Man, I've got such a cramp now. Frick.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Oh. I got my life back. Yeah, seriously, these guys are a joke. They're a total joke compared to the other stuff. I mean, there's only one on screen at a time. Way easy. Oh, whoa, okay. Well, in comparison, it's much easier. How much does it put me back? I don't think so. Save state. Oh. Yep, I'm running an emulator, so I don't care if that's cheating. Screw this. Holy crap, this is some terrible controls.
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
That was much easier than the previous thing. Still tough, though. And it wants me to do it all in a single go. Ha! Hell with that. What now? Oh.
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Tell her.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
No!
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian?
Oh, just freaking do
It's
it!
so awful. But if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
I don't remember.
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Dun dun dun.